take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces, and then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know, that was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, The Definition of Man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Top Soil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Yo, yo, yo. We are here. So, we got a lot to talk about today in so little time. We're only going to be here for like an hour and 10 minutes, hour and change. We got a lot to talk about. So let's jump right into this. Make sure, remember, guys, the sale is on for the What Men Wish They Knew About Women program. Go to shoplocario.com. Check this out.
The dating game sucks for you, doesn't it? I know. And the reason why it sucks is because there's certain things that you don't know about women and dating. And this is why you should get my new audio program, What Men Wish They Knew About Women. In this program, I'm going to be teaching you one big mistake you're making on the first date that puts you directly into the friend zone. I'm going to talk about texting mistakes you're making to turn women off. And I'm also going to teach you how to be the sexually attractive guy that women want to hook up with and or be in a long-term relationship with, and much more. Now, in this program, I have my lady, April MC, and she's going to be telling you the truth from a woman's perspective about what makes a woman attracted to you. All right, so make sure that you go to shoplocario.com right now to get your copy of this audio program, and it's on sale from now up until March 15th. Okay, so make sure you go to shoplocario.com and get your copy today. And that's pretty much it. And I'm out of here, guys. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out.
All right. So make sure you guys go and get that program. It is on sale from now up until March 15th. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my lovely lady, April MC in the building. Shout out to my lovely lady, April MC in the building. Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Armani Nelson, Money Mitch, Aaron, Studio Horror Music, Monogamous Player in the building. Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Duke Alex, June Sports, Mr. Rojas, Mark Tavius, Joe Blast in the motherfucking building. Who else we got up in here? Shout outs to Scales Fitness, Clever, It's G-Rad, Beloved. Shout out to you. So guys, make sure, remember, hold on, let me get to this real quick. Make sure that you guys also go to CunninghamElements.com. Go to CunninghamElements.com. Get the Masculine Identity Soap and Parfum. The shea butter is out, but you can still get that soap and get that cracking. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys do that. Also, guys, go to shoplocario.com so that you can get the program, What Men Wish They Knew About Women. Get that shit cracking right now. It is on sale up until March 15th. So make sure you guys check that out. Also get your online dating consultations right now. And see, this is why, it's going to be a short show today, because we have an online dating consultation coming up in an hour. So I'm telling you guys, if you're not on these things, you are missing the hell out. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys do that. And also get all the other stuff on shoplocario.com. The massive game collection, master the vetting process, how to have sex 2 women a day ebook and audio book, looks don't matter ebook, all the stuff on shoplocario.com. So make sure you guys do that. Also, make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com so that you guys can join the Masculine Identity membership and get that shit cracking. So you are on the Zoom calls with Miles every Monday. And also make sure that you guys go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership. And also make sure that you guys go here. Hold on. Let me pull the screen right here. Make sure that you guys go here to, hold on, to patreon.com. Go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario so that you guys can get on the Bad Boy Show. So make sure you guys check that out. Get to the Bad Boy Show. Every week we drop heavy games. So make sure you guys do that and get that going. You understand what I'm saying? So make sure you guys do that and get that cracking. Hold on. Let me put the phone lines up. So the phone lines is going to be up in a second. So if you guys want to call in now, 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300 is the call-in number. So make sure you guys donate and call in. If you have a question, you want to put in the chat, put a Q in the chat, and we will make that happen. All right, so let's jump into this, man. We got a lot to talk about today. So today we're talking about 7 things women do when they're sexually attracted to you. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, we getting into this. Oh, it's going to be great. So, I'm going to go 1 through 7. And this is, again, in no order of importance. But I'm going to go 1 through 7, and we're going to, talk about this because it's important to know if a woman is sexually attracted to you, right? And the thing is that if you don't know or don't understand, when a woman is sexually attracted to you, then what happens is that you could potentially be wasting your time with a woman who is not sexually attracted to you, right? So we're going to jump into this. I'm going to talk about what it is, these 7 things, and then I'm going to break it down to show you why she's sexually attracted to you. Okay, so now let's jump into number 1. So the first thing that women do, or the first thing on the list that we got, is women will kiss you on the first date. Okay? Women will kiss you on the first date. Now, does this mean that every time a woman kisses you on the first date that she's actually sexually attracted to you? No. But what happens is that in most cases, when a woman is kissing you on the first date, that means she's sexually attracted to you. Now, the reason why she's, sexually attracted to you because she's kissing you on the first date is because that woman, if she was not sexually attracted to you at all, she would not kiss you. So what it is this. A woman refusing to kiss you at all means that she is definitely not sexually attracted to you. A woman kissing you means that she's sexually attracted to you, but there's exceptions. So there's times where women can kiss you, but not necessarily be sexually attracted to you. You understand? So meaning that a woman might kiss you because she's trying to run game on you, right? But she's not sexually attracted to you. Meaning that she'll kiss you on the date, but she's doing this as a way to get you to invest in her and to, really be into her so that she can take advantage of you, right? But it may not necessarily mean that she's actually attracted to you. But 9 times out of 10, when a woman kisses you on the first date, that means that she is sexually attracted to you. Right now, if you're on the date and you going for the kiss and this woman moves her face, or she backs up and says, "Oh, I don't do that on the first date. You got to get to know me more," all that other stupid shit, right? Then that means that she's not really sexually attracted to you. You understand what I'm saying? So a woman refusing to kiss you on the first date definitely means that she's not sexually attracted to you. Now, let me say this. So when it comes to you making a move to kiss the woman and she falls back, that means she's not sexually attracted to you. Now, if you're on the date, but you don't make a move to kiss the woman and she doesn't kiss you, right? That doesn't necessarily mean she's not sexually attracted to you, because you don't know, because you're not making a move to make the kiss happen. So sometimes what will happen is a woman is waiting for you to make the move. So if you don't make the move, she may not kiss you because you ain't making a move. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's not sexually attracted to you because y'all are not kissing. Y'all are not kissing because you're not making the move. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand the context of what's going on here. So, you know, I know some guys, they'll be on a date and they won't, you know, create a situation for kissing to happen or try to kiss her. And she could be sexually attracted to him, but he's not making a move, so she's not going to do it. And therefore, that's why the kiss isn't happening. But if you make the move and she dodges the fucking kiss, that means she's not sexually attracted to you. You understand what I'm saying? So understand that you making the move and her not wanting to kiss you at all means she is definitely not sexually attracted to you. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta understand those points, because if you don't, then what's gonna happen is that you're gonna try to kiss a girl. She's gonna say, "Oh, you know, I don't really do that on the first date. You know, I gotta get to know you a little better." And then you're thinking, "Okay, well, let me just like slow it down and get to know her." And I'm like, "No, nigga, this chick is not sexually attracted to you. Not sexually attracted to you." Now, let's move on to number 2. So the second thing women do when they're sexually attracted to you is when you're on a date with a woman, they will ask you questions about your living situation. They will ask you questions about your living situation. Right? So let's say you're getting drinks with a woman or whatever, and, you know, she might say, "Oh, so, you know, where do you live? Do you live in this neighborhood? Do you live close to here?" Like shit like that. "Do you have any roommates?" Right? She's inquiring about your living situation. Why? Because she's thinking about going back to your place. You understand what I'm saying? She's wondering, she's seeing what's going on? What's the situation? You know, or do you live close? You know, because if you live close and that sexual tension is heavy, then cool, maybe we could just go back to your place and get it cracking, right? If you have roommates, then it's like, okay, is that going to be an issue for us to go back to your place because you have the roommates? Like, what's the situation? You know, sometimes they'll ask, "Oh, so, you know, are you allowed to like have people over at a certain time?" Or, you know, they'll ask you all these questions about where you're at as far as your apartment, your house, whatever it is like that. And they're inquiring about this because they want to come back to your place. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. They ask, do you live alone? Right. They're like, "So do you live alone?" That's, you know what I mean? They're asking you all these questions about your living arrangements. Why? Because they want to come over and get it cracking. So the reason why you got to be aware of these signs and what these women are doing is because what happens is that you want to be able to assess, like, okay, yeah, this will probably be a smooth transition from the bar to my spot because she's showing through these signs that she actually wants to make it happen, right? So let's say you are on a date flirting and you guys start kissing. And let's say even before y'all was kissing, she was asking you about, you know, your living arrangements, right? So you say, "Okay, this chick was asking you about my, you know, about my apartment or whatever. And we up here kissing and getting it cracking. So I can actually just get this from here back to the crib." You understand what I'm saying? So you got to understand, you got to pay attention to these situations. You understand what I mean? You got to pay attention to these situations. You said, what if I live with my folks? Should I say I have a hotel booked? No, you can listen. If you see that she's asking you all these questions about, you know, your crib or whatever, understand that that's a sign, you know, in most situations that she is thinking about going back to your place, right? So if she asks that, then what you can do is that you can basically say, "Hey, you know, I live over here with so-and-so or do these things, but listen, what I'm thinking is that we could leave here and go to this spot." You understand what I'm saying? But you do that off the premise of understanding she's asking those questions based on her wanting to know about the situation, right? Now, understand there's a difference between a woman asking you, you know, questions about your living arrangements versus her asking a question about, let's say, you know, have you grown up in, whatever city you're in or area you're in. That's different than her asking about your living situation. But Oscar, let's say, for example, if you have like a place where you guys can get a crack in, right? You can tell her like, yeah, I live, over here with my folks, or I got roommates or whatever it is like that. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to this hotel. So you can do that. Right. But understand that the fact that she's asking or inquiring or having those questions coupled with, the other things on this list, then that's going to show you that she's actually down to make it happen. You feel what I'm saying? So that's number 2. Now let's move on to number 3. Now, number 3 is a little bit more complex, and you got to, pay attention to this shit. This is something that you got to definitely pay attention to when it comes to, let's say, for example, you're on a date. This is usually what happens like on a first date, right? And number 3, the third thing women do when they're sexually attracted to you, which is number 3, is they continue to touch you after you've touched them first. Okay? Let me break that down. They continue to touch you after you've touched them first. So what does that mean? So let's say you are getting drinks with a woman, right? And you're flirting, you're building that sexual tension or whatever. And, she's close to you. You guys are side by side and shit, right? And let's say you got your arm around her, like around the chair a little bit or whatever it is like that. And let's say you start touching her hand, right? And then so you're touching her hand and she's holding your hand while you're touching her hand, right? So now what happens is that you first started touching her hand. You put your arm around her, start touching her hand. She grabs your hand or whatever, right? So you guys are talking, flirting or whatever. So then you pull your hand away for a second. And then what you do is that you, for example, put your hand on her leg, right? On her knee or on her leg. And then what she'll do is that she'll grab your hand on her own. Or let's say her hands are like, on her knees or whatever it is like that. And you put your hand close to her hand, but you don't touch it. And then she will touch your hand and grab your hand while it's near hers. You understand what I'm saying? So you initiate the touch. Like, remember, you guys start flirting first verbally, and then she's feeling it. You're close together. You initiate the touch, right? And then once you initiate the touch, you take it away. And then what happens is that you just sort of put yourself in that situation where you're close to her, but you're not really touching her where you was touching her. Like you wasn't touching her, you're not touching her hands anymore, but you put your hand there close to her and then she grabs it on her own, right? So what's happening here is that you're in the situation where you're flirting, right? You get in touchy-feely. She likes the fact because she's already holding your hand in the situation. You take your hand away and then she on her own continues the touching in the situation. You feel what I'm saying? Exactly. It's too much game. I know. Too much. But see, this is the stuff you got to pay attention to. Right? You got to be able to pay attention to these things, and you got to be intentional when you're doing this stuff, right? Because what happens is that when you do this and you see that she's responding this way, that's the sign that she's sexually interested. You understand what I'm saying? And remember, like I said, all of these, you got to look at all of these things that I'm talking about, because when you're on a date and you're interacting with a woman, a combination of these things can be happening, which is going to give you an indication that she is interested in you sexually. So a lot of guys, are scared to, flirt, be sexual on dates. Is like, oh, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if she's feeling it. I'm scared. What if she rejects me? Blah, 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 and all this other stuff, right? And the thing is that in some situations, the girl may reject those interactions. You see what I'm saying? Which is good, because now okay, this chick ain't really feeling me like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's giving you the indicator of, okay, is this girl feeling me or not? Should I keep it going or not? Should I end the date or not? Should I, tell her to come back to my place or not? Shout out to K Zagan in the building. He said, I don't think guys realize these are things we've just noticed with all the women we dealt with. These aren't things that we heard on the internet that we're trying for the first time. That's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact. And this is why it's important for y'all to get the coaching and adhere to this game, because we're basically giving you this information that would have took you a long time to figure out, or you probably would have never figured this shit out. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's so good about, learning this game. You see what I'm saying? So number 3, again, is that she is going to, continue to touch you after you've touched them first, right? Because she wants to continue that, situation going. She wants to keep that sexual energy. She wants to, feel you on her. You understand what I'm saying? It's that type of shit. And you'll notice that as you're doing what you do. But what I'm saying is that when you notice these 7 things, and there's a lot of other things too that, we can talk about, but I only chose 7. When you see a combination of these things happening, then you're like, okay, yeah, this chick, she's about it. So imagine you're on a date with the girl, you're flirting with her, you touch her and shit, and then she's, continuing to touch you after you touch her. And then let's say y'all are having conversations. So she starts asking you, so do you live alone? Like blah, 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 blah. And then y'all start kissing. You understand? Like, so all of these things are happening. So it's like, okay, yeah, this chick, she's showing through her actions that shit is popping off, right? So that's number 3. Now, let's move on to number 4. So now, let's get into the 4th thing. And guys, if you want to call up, the call-in number is 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. So let's get to number 4. So the 4th thing that women do when they're sexually attracted to you is they laugh, smile, or blush when you make sexual advances. Oh, yeah. They laugh, smile, or blush when you make sexual advances. So what does that mean? So when you're out on this date with this chick, right, for example, and you are flirting, building sexual tension, right, creating that sexual vibe, that's going to make her, laugh and blush and, smile and giggle and all that other stuff. And that's a sign that she's sexually attracted to you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what happens if you're, doing these sexual advances and she's like, oh, why are you talking like that? And, oh, why you, that's weird. Why you, is that all you want? Or you want to, like, she starts giving you that attitude, right? What does that mean? That means that she is not sexually attracted to you. So a lot of guys, for example, like I said, they're scared to flirt and be sexual on a date. But see, you should be flirting and being sexual on a date. Why? Because it's going to reveal whether the woman is sexually attracted to you or not. So if you are flirting, building sexual tension and giving those sexual advances, and she's laughing, she's smiling, she's blushing, what does that mean? That means, okay, cool, she's sexually attracted. If she is falling back, if she's like giving you the stink face, if she's like being neutral about it, right? She's not giving any energy. What does that mean? That means she's not sexually attracted to you. See, guys, when you're on these dates and you're interacting with these women, right? Her actions are going to tell you everything. Shout out to Steve. He says action equals truth. So a lot of you guys, you're like, oh, how do I know if this chick is interested in me? She'll show you through her actions. But you got to be the one to create the scenario and the situation for that to occur. You understand what I'm saying? Because when a woman is sexually attracted to you, because guys are like, oh, but I'm scared I'm going to offend her if I talk sexual. Oh, but what if she doesn't like? If she's interested in you sexually, she's going to like all the shit you're talking. You understand what I'm saying? She's going to like all of the shit you're talking. But if she's not sexually attracted to you, it's going to give her the ick. You understand? It's going to give her the ick. You feel what I mean? And so you got to understand that if she's actually like, interested in you, then she is going to, be about it. But if she's not interested in you like that, then what's going to happen is that it's going to be an issue, later down the line because she's not really feeling you like that. You understand what I'm saying? Oh shit, I'm up here pressing random shit I'm not supposed to be pressing. Hold on, my bad. I was trying to upload some other shit real quick. Hold on, give me a second. I was trying to upload this thing on the dashboard, but the shit is acting crazy. But the reason why I was talking about the ick, because in this program right here, what men wish they knew about women, which you can get at shoplocario.com, and it is on sale right now, right? We talk about the ick and why women, get the ick and, what you should be looking for when it comes to that situation. You see what I'm saying? So make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com to get that cracking. You know what I mean? Because like I said, and this includes women who are acting a little shy and nervous. Facts. They want sex to happen. They're just a little nervous about being a disappointment when it comes to what you like. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. That's real talk. That's real talk. So you guys got to understand that when you are flirting, building sexual tension, and you are, doing those sexual advances, it's going to tell you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know about being in that situation. It's really simple. It's not complicated. You feel what I'm saying? Now, let's move on to number 5. Number 5. Now, this is very, very important. Number 5 is very, very important, right? So now, number 5, and this is something that you choosing signals motherfuckers need to understand, right? Because follow what I'm saying. I want you to hear what I'm saying clearly, because this right here is going to let you know if the woman is sexually attracted to you or not, right? So number 5 is the 5th thing that women do when they're sexually attracted to you is they give you lustful choosing signals. I'm gonna say it again. When a woman is sexually attracted to you, she gives you lustful choosing signals. So what does that mean, lustful choosing signals? That means, for example, a woman is checking you out and you can see desire in her eyes, like sexual desire, right? So she can't keep her eyes off you, sexual desire. So this could be like just a random chick, you at an event party or whatever, and she just, across the room checking you out, giving you those eyes, right? She can't keep her eyes off you. Or let's say you are just talking to, a chick at a party or something, and she's like, giving you the hard eyes. Exactly. She's biting her lip and shit. You understand? She's giving you that lustful energy, right? See, a lot of guys think like, for example, they think that a woman's interested in them just because like she looks at them for 2 seconds. They caught eye contact for 3 seconds and that was it. You understand? So they think that, she's really sex. No. Because remember, a woman can give you choosing signals based on her looking at you as someone that she wants to, use and abuse, someone she wants to play games with, someone she wants to use for resources and all of that, right? But when a woman gives you lustful choosing signals, then that is a sign that she is sexually attracted to you. And I'm gonna tell you right now, most guys don't get lustful choosing signals or never experience lustful choosing signals. Because what happens is that in most cases, right, women are not going to give most guys lustful choosing signals because in general, women don't come across guys that give them that feeling, generally. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is the thing, a woman might check you out and think you're attractive, think you're handsome, and still be giving you choosing signals, but it's not necessarily lustful choosing signals. So she may still be attracted to you, but it's not lustful choosing signals. Lustful choosing signals is when a woman, she is, for example, she's so, enamored by you. She's so caught up for whatever reason, in your look, your energy, all that stuff, where she can't stop staring at you. And in some cases, she might, can't help but touch you. You understand? So like you be having a conversation with a woman and, she's flirting with you, touching you, trying to get close to you. She's all smiles and all that other shit. And that's lustful choosing signals. You understand what I'm saying? And so when you see that type of shit, when you experience that type of shit, then that is a woman showing that she's sexually attracted to you. See, I remember I told this story before when I was on the train, right? And and it was the funniest shit because I wasn't prepared, because I'm on a train and I'm chilling on the train. I'm getting off in like 2 stops, and this girl, she's sitting across from me. She gets on the train. She's sitting across from me, and this woman, she was younger too. She looked like she was probably in her mid-20s or something like that. But this woman was staring into my soul. You understand what I'm saying? With these eyes, and she's like playing with her hair, and she's just like, it's crazy. And so she was doing this to the point where I got uncomfortable. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? This bitch is so just a little too much. What is she doing? You understand what I'm saying? So then what happened was that I was getting off the next stop. So I got up, I was sitting there, I got up, and then the doors was opening right next to where she was sitting. So I had to walk across to where she was at. So I was holding on to the fucking joint, and I looked down, and she was looking up at me. And then she looked down at my dick, licked her lips, and looked back up. And I was like, oh my, what the fuck? And then so the train stopped, doors open, I got off the fucking train, right? Now, I'm sitting there like, I was like, what the fuck was that? I was like, what the fuck was that? Because that was the first time that type of thing happened, right? Now, I've had those situations happen, after that, but that was the first time where I was like, so I was caught off guard. I'm gonna tell you, I was caught the fuck off guard. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, what the fuck? I was not prepared. I was like, what is this? Like, what's going on? I was exactly. I was like, I felt violated. I was like, I'm telling you, I was not prepared. You understand what I'm saying? So that's lustful choosing signals. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that when you encounter shit like that, I said I got graped by her eyeballs. When you encounter shit like that, that's lustful choosing signals. And that's a woman who's sexually attracted to you. You understand what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is that for a woman to express herself like that, a lot of times it's involuntary in a sense, meaning that what happens is with an average situation where a girl is checking a dude out and she's attracted to him, she won't be that blatant. You understand what I'm saying? She won't be that blatant. But what happens is that because it's so strong, it's like her body language is just taking over. You understand? Exactly. Instantaneous sexual attraction with no words being spoken. So it's just taking over. So, and remember, a woman's rational mind is to hide her lust. So if the woman can't help it and is not hiding it, that means the lust is so heavy that she can't even help herself. You understand what I'm saying? So when those situations happen, right, that's what that is. And that's a sign that, the chick is, actually sexually attracted to you, right? Now, let's move on to number 6. So the 6th thing women do when they're sexually attracted to you is they send you sexy photos based on what you requested them to send. Okay? They send you sexy photos based on what you requested them to send, right? Not just them just randomly sending you some cute shit, right? Not just you telling her, oh, send me a picture, and then she sends you a picture, right? What it is that if you say something specific, right? You say, hey, send me a photo of you, with a thong on, and your bra half off or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? and she takes her time, sets up her camera, does all the shit that you're saying, and then send you the photo, that's a woman who sexually attracts you. Now, are there times where women will, just send you sexy shit just randomly, right? That'll happen sometimes if they are also sexually attracted to you. But when we talk about understanding if a woman is really sexually attracted to you, it's about her putting in the time and effort to send you what you say to send. You see what I'm saying? Because what happens is that a lot of women have, sexy photos on deck in their phone. You understand what I'm saying? They already got sexy photos on deck in their phone. So what you want to do is you want to tell her something specific. You understand what I'm saying? And the more specific, the better. So you see if she's trying to put in that work. Be like, listen, I want you to send me a photo of your bra and panties, right? But I want you to be holding today's newspaper, and I want you to be giving me the okay sign in the. I'm just fucking around, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the more specific, the better. You understand? Because then what it is, it's an original picture, and it's her putting in that work to do that for you. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas if you just say, send me a sexy picture, she's just sending you the sexy picture she sent to the last 20 niggas, right? Now, also what happens is sometimes guys get fooled because, let's say, for example, they may match with a girl on a dating app, set up a date, or they just met a girl, they exchange numbers, right? And the girl immediately just sends them some sexy shit, right? So you're on an app with the chick, you exchange numbers on the app, and then she's like, hey, what's up? And then she sends you like some cute, sexy shit with her boobs all out and shit, and, all pushed up and some sexy shit. And you're like, ooh, that's, I'm liking this, right? But understand, women will do that because they're being attention whores, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean she's sexually attracted to you. She's just doing that for attention, right? And so you got to be careful with that because you might misinterpret that as her actually being interested in you. But all she's trying to do is get attention from you. And that's what she does. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. If she sends you, I'm still listed as at photos like that. Just understand that manipulation is happening right now. Yeah, if she just sends like random photos without you saying anything, right? She's basically trying to get attention. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to get attention. Because women, I'm telling you, I remember there's times where like I would, exchange numbers with a chick, and then she just randomly sending me some, photos of her ass and, photos of her titties all pushed up and shit that I didn't ask for. Right. And then when it came time to, get together, all of a sudden, here come all the excuses. I'm like, yeah, let's meet up tomorrow. Oh, I can't. I don't know. Maybe next week. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? So you meant to say unsolicited, right? Exactly. But again, when a woman is sending you photos based on you saying, I want you to send me this, and she does it, right? That is a sign she's sexually attracted to you. Because a woman who's not sexually attracted to you is not going to put in effort to do anything with you. You understand? She's not going to put in effort to do anything. Everything she does is for her benefit and to basically use you for attention. You understand what I'm saying? So understand that that's going on. Now, let's move on to number 7. So we up to the last joint. The last sign that the woman is sexually attracted to you, and I've talked about this before, and Kay Zagin's talked about this before. But the last sign is that she grabs your dick. You understand? She grabs your dick. Now, understand this though. When a woman grabs your dick, though, there's a few things happening, right? So a woman will grab your dick. Let's say you guys are like, making out and shit, and then she'll, grab your dick. Sometimes they'll do this in public too. Like you at the bar, in the corner, it's dimly lit. Y'all making out and shit, and she'll start rubbing your dick while you guys are making out, right? But understand sometimes she's also grabbing your dick to see if she likes how your dick feels or the size or whatever it is to determine whether or not she even wants to fuck with you on some sex shit. Because sometimes the chick will grab your dick and be like, nah, I don't, this shit ain't gonna be worth it. You understand what I'm saying? She's like, it's not worth. So think about it this way. So let's say if you're at your place, right? And let's say you kissing a girl and shit, y'all kissing, doing all this other stuff, and she starts rubbing on your dick through your pants. And then all of a sudden, she kind of is like, oh, I don't think we should do this, blah, blah, blah. It's usually because she didn't like the way your dick feel. You understand what I'm saying? So she changed her mind at that moment after feeling your dick. You understand? Now, if she's feeling your dick and then she ends up wanting to have sex, then that means that she liked the way your dick felt and she wanted to get that dick up inside her. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of times what will happen is at first she's grabbing the dick because she is sexually attracted to you at that moment. But based on what she feels could either make it go either way. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that she might say, all right, you know what? I don't think I should be, I think we should take it slow now after all of that shit. Now she's like, You understand what I'm saying? So that could be it. But, but understand on the flip side, though, if a chick, in some cases, not all cases, but in some cases, if a chick isn't grabbing your dick, then, that could also be an issue too, right? Because it could be an issue where she's not really sexually attracted to you like that, which is why she's not grabbing your dick. And she's just kissing you because, like I said earlier, just like kissing you to lead you on to get more attention, right? Or she may be a selfish lover. You understand? So what happens is sometimes you're with a woman and she could be like, selfish in bed, meaning that you have women who they don't necessarily have sex with you. They allow you to have sex with them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and what I mean is they'll allow you to do everything to them, but they're not interested in doing anything to you. You understand? So they'll allow you to kiss them, suck on their nipples and shit and finger them and go down on them and fuck them or whatever. But throughout this whole time, they won't touch your dick. They probably won't suck your dick, and they'll just allow you to fuck them. You understand what I'm saying? So they'll, you know what I mean? So they're into the situation to the extent that you are giving them pleasure. You understand? So that can happen. So she's a selfish lover. So if a chick is not even trying to grab your dick, then, in a lot of cases, she's a selfish type of chick. Selfish lover. She's like, she's not interested in pleasing you. She's interested in you pleasing her. And a lot of times what happens too in those situations is it's a woman who's not really, highly sexually attracted to you. So she's like probably has medium interest and she likes you enough to where, y'all have sex or whatever. But, she's really interested in more of your non-sexual shit. You understand? You said, have I ever ran into a selfish lover? Yeah, of course. That's how I know how it is. And those are the worst. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the worst. And funny enough, not in and this is not in all cases, but I've had certain cases where because that was happening, it was hard for me to get it up. So I was like, because I'm like, this shit is it's not exciting. You understand? It's not, you don't feel that energy right now. There are times where I couldn't get it up and the girl wasn't a selfish lover, but there are times where, because she was interacting that way, it was kind of like, like I wasn't really, really feeling it because the energy wasn't there. So then I was like, yeah, this ain't it. This ain't it. You understand what I'm saying? It's not it. So I was like, we're done. You know what I mean? It was definitely not exactly. That's fact. Crazy. But guys, you can call up. Call-in number is 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. We're going to do probably another 10 minutes and we're going to wrap it up. So make sure you guys call in. So let me see what this question says. It says, if a woman doesn't go fully naked when she has sex with a man, even though she knows she has a nice body, that means she doesn't like him and she thinks she's better than him? No. Well, this is the thing. You got to understand too. Sometimes women are insecure about their bodies, right? So what happens is that you have women who they want to have sex, but because they're insecure about their bodies, they may not want to get fully naked. You understand? And just because you think her body looks good doesn't mean she thinks her body looks good. You understand what I'm saying? So that also happens too. Like I've had that happen maybe once or twice where I remember it was this chick that I was hooking up with years ago. And like she would just for whatever reason, I don't know, for whatever reason, she didn't want to get fully naked. So she'll have like her bra on or some shit, but she wouldn't like get all the way naked or whatever. And then I talked to her about it and she was like, yeah, I just sometimes I don't feel comfortable, being, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, whatever, man. Shout out to my dude Miles in the building. Shout out to Miles in the building. Yeah, man. So let me see what these other questions are saying. It says, should we avoid touching certain body parts in the beginning? Thank you for giving us the good game. Well, yeah, I told y'all that, if you go to badboymembership.com, I talk about this, in the programs, how to build sexual tension, art of flirting, stuff like that. And basically, you don't want to be touching any of the private parts of a chick when you're on the date flirting with her. You understand what I'm saying? Don't do any of that. You feel what I mean? Avoid touching those. Now, when you're in private and you guys are about to have sex and all that other stuff, then, you can get into more of that type of stuff. But, when you first start flirting with a woman, you shouldn't be doing that. Remember, you should be flirting with your words first, touching second. I'll say it again. Words first, touching second. You understand? So don't just be randomly grabbing a chick, touching her, doing all that other crazy shit. You see what I'm saying? So want to make sure that you're doing this correctly. And again, this is why I tell you guys to go get the program, What Men Wish They Knew About Women. Because in this program, we actually talk about, women when it comes to the difference between a woman feeling safe and a woman feeling comfortable, right? So we have a whole, audio just on that topic, because a lot of guys need to understand the difference. Because some guys, what they do is that they're like, oh, I got to talk to her, build rapport, make her comfortable. And it's different between a woman feeling comfortable and a woman feeling safe, right? So you want women to feel safe in the situation with you, but you shouldn't be focusing on, like trying to tiptoe around women to make a woman comfortable, because she's going to be comfortable automatically based on her being attracted to you and you creating a safe environment for that woman. But we talk about that, in the program. So go to shoplocario.com and get What Men Wish They Knew About Women. Get that shit cracking. This said, when you were out passing out your CD or marketing shows, do you think the energy or enthusiasm is key to being nonchalant, helps the process? Yeah, it's just more so just basically, being confident about what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? Being confident about what you're doing and, having that when you confident about what you do and you have that energy, and then that enthusiasm and that energy is attractive to the people that you're interacting with. You see what I'm saying? You said, Mr. Carr, how do you April MC meet? Well, I'll tell you right now. Check this out. So we met. Hold on. Let me show you. So if you go to this website right here, let me show you. Let me show you guys. This website right here called shoplocario.com. Me and April met on online dating. You know what I'm saying? Myself and April met on online dating, which is why you guys should get your online dating consultation, because you can end up meeting your next woman. You don't even know. You understand what I'm saying? You could end up meeting the most awesome chick ever on online dating. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com, get your online dating consultation today. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys get that cracking. You feel me? All right, so listen, we about to wrap this up because we actually have an online dating consultation coming up soon. So guys, make sure, again, go to shoplocario.com to get the new program, What Men Wish They Knew About Women. Make sure you guys go get that right now. Get your online dating consultations. Go to masculineidentitymembership.com, join the Masculine Identity Membership so you get on the Zoom calls with Miles. Go to badboymembership.com so you guys can get on the Bad Boy Membership and check out the new Bad Boy Membership program, Women Come and Go, how to stay emotionally unshaken when she walks away. That's on the Bad Boy Membership right now. Make sure you guys go to CunninghamElements.com to get your soap and the parfum. And yeah, man, that is pretty much it. And we're about to wrap it up. And I will holler at you guys later. And remember, people, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out.
The dating game sucks for you, doesn't it? I know. And the reason why it sucks is because there's certain things that you don't know about women and dating. And this is why you should get my new audio program, What Men Wish They Knew About Women. In this program, I'm going to be teaching you one big mistake you're making on the first date that puts you directly in the friend zone. I'm going to talk about texting mistakes you're making to turn women off. And I'm also going to teach you how to be the sexually attractive guy that women want to hook up with and or be in a long-term relationship with, and much more. Now, in this program, I have my lady, April MC, and she's going to be telling you the truth from a woman's perspective about what makes a woman attracted to you. All right, so make sure that you go to shoplocario.com right now to get your copy of this audio program, and it's on sale from now up until March 15th. Okay, so make sure you go to shoplocario.com and get your copy today. And that's pretty much it. And I'm out of here, guys. And remember, the truth